What's up, everyone? How are you all doing on this fine Sunday afternoon / evening? Today we are a week out of Pogo Trainer Gear's 2020 TraderCon. Some of you will be seeing this video for the first time via that. Welcome. We are recording this a week beforehand. And today we have an AR tutorial for you that will be it's going to be mostly iOS based, unfortunately, for the app we're using, though if you have Android only access, Snapseed will do. We'll be using Photofox today. We'll be showing how to input a Pokemon into a stock or picture that you've taken yourself. But there'll be two separate pictures. One picture of water scenery you'll need, and then you'll need one picture of your Pokemon, either in that scene, but not the same picture, or a minimon of just like that Pokemon with like a blank background or already cut out from a different picture. We will be discussing how to implement like a kind of underwater or partially underwater look. And yeah, then we'll be, showing off our pictures and all that good stuff. Today, I'm joined by a fairly large panel for what we normally have. We got 8 with us today, right? Yeah. To my left here from Mexico, we got PeloPogo. To my right, Pokemon LDN AR, London. Tuula The Cat, Germany. Ketzchup, like Brussels or something, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like
it's
that.
Close. It's close.
We got King of Shinies. Actually don't know what city you're from.
I'm from Leicester in the UK.
Okay, Leicester from the UK. Got ShinyShinx from Spain. And last, but certainly not least today, our tutorial leader, Bejemannen. Or there you go. And what city are you from? You're also in the UK area, but I don't really know exactly which city.
I am from somewhere in Sweden.
Sweet. So we got almost the whole world covered today. And with that, I think that's it for me. I'm just gonna shut up now for a while, and we're gonna edit some pictures. So kick it on over, and let you share your screen and start us off. Maybe.
There we go. Okay, so first off, we will be using the app called Photofox. This is the pic that I chose for this. Just a simple water edit, nothing really special. So I have chosen, first off, we are going to do a completely underwater. I will show you how. So I took this picture of a Goldeen. And so I added it as a layer. And the next step is then I'm going to use the erase tool. And then I click the auto right to the left. And it goes kind of this. So I use my 2 fingers and zoom in on the picture. So usually when you go auto, it just gets kind of messy. So the erase tool, it will like take away from this pic, and it fills the edges of the pic, so I can do it like this kind of quickly. So we'll be, so you see here, I made a mistake like this, and I just go to restore and correct it. So we'll be using the erase tool first here and just get rid of all the black in my pic. to erase and erase the little black parts. And the eye is kind of messy, I can tell. So I go to the restore and just fill it in like this. And I am done with editing in the Goldin. So the next step is I go away to the menu. I go to blending, and I'm just trying whatever works. And I usually try every one of these to see which fit the pic best, because it all depends on the picture that you are having. So I can see that soft light works for me, overlay, and the normal. Normal just, and then we lower the opacity. So I will try soft light and overlay. And I do think soft light is better for me, and use maybe 80. And I can move it wherever I want, make it big, it's small, like flip it a bit. So let's do something like this. And that is how you edit in Pokemon to an already taken picture. Because there are lots of people like me who maybe don't have time to take the perfect picture. Plus, when you do a picture that's underwater, the AR blending system is not good. So I am done with my first, and I click on the layer, and then I choose merge when I'm happy with it. Kind of like it. So how are you doing?
Improvise.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I will. Oh. Now we go to the next step is that we're going to head over to another app called Reflection. This is how we do a simple reflection. I mainly use this app when I want ripples on the reflection of the Pokemon. So now we will be using a Pokemon that's partly underwater. So I will go to library, choose the Pokemon that I want. And I chose this piranha fish, whatever it's called. I just click save. I have the option, I'm not sure if you can't see it on my screen, but there is a box called Ripple down on the left.
Mm-hmm.
So you can tell the difference when I click it. I like to go with ripples. I save the pic. And I go over to Photofox. So now we got the reflection. So first off, we want to add in the Pokemon on the pic. So we repeat the same step by erasing all the blacks or whatever color that you had. Mm.
The auto remove background for photo
It auto remove.
is so much better than Android's.
So I usually just zoom in to tell parts that to view different parts of the Pokemon to see if it will be if the opacity is kind of low. So if you do this a couple of times, it will go really fast.
Missed a little bit of red on the left side of him. Top above the yellow.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, right there.
Thank you. Next up is placing the Pokemon. So I want to go kind of like that for me. I click on the layer and I choose duplicate. The top layer will be the part that's over the surface, and the bottom will be the one that's below. So I click on the top and I choose hide. So and I go back to the part that's supposed to be under. So heading to blending, and then I will choose probably the same as the one I choose before. And in my case, it was soft light. I will lower just a bit, kind of like around the 80s for me. And I will go to and merge that layer. And then I unhide the top layer. And I use the erase tool and erase the part that I want to be under the surface, like that. And you can just experiment on how you want yours to be. And it kind of feels where the edges are. So like that for me.
Are you doing this all on your phone?
Yeah, every time.
You get really nice and close to the lines on your first try, much better than I do.
Practice. It's just practice. And for my next step, am I going too fast for you?
Yeah, wait a little bit.
Sure.
I'm doing it on Android, so I need to think of how am I gonna do it, and I'm not there yet. Just give me 1 minute.
Elena has a lot of Pokemon to drown. She's putting a lot underwater.
No, I just need to add the same Pokemon twice, but that takes time. So give me a second.
What was the reflection app? Because I wanna see that one.
It's
called reflection. It has a symbol.
Yeah, it has a symbol of the reflection. For that part, I can show it again. I will go to library, take the Pokemon that I want to add in, click it, and it does it for you, the reflection. And just save the pick. And there you can choose if you want to have ripple or don't. I only use this app when I do want the ripples. So let's go back to the pic that we first did. I need to charge my phone after this.
So, but you haven't used the ripple yet, right? Like you're still gonna put that into this picture?
Yes,
I didn't miss it.
I'm just waiting for you. I can do a little bit more on the tail on mine.
Cool to see everyone's editing faces.
This is horrible. You don't know how horrible this is. I want Photofox.
I cheated, so I can't add anything. I totally.
Don't wait for me. Yes. If you're
Yes,
waiting for
show
me,
us-
you can
Show
stop.
us your
waiting for me.
cheats, Hex. What are your cheats?
Oh, because I'm on Android, I don't have Photofox either, so I'm not doing it. I can't follow along with this one as precisely.
On
I've just realized.
Photofox, yeah, which
realized-
is a free app.
Sorry,
yeah, you were saying.
I was saying I've just realized what you were doing with the Carvana. That it's above the water. I was trying to figure out what you were doing because I thought the photo was under the water, but I've realized it's not. You've taken it from above, and the Carvana is floating above the water, and the Goldine's underneath it. And it just took me a while to clock that.
You just sound like a cliff looking down type of
Yeah.
stuff.
Maybe should have explained it in other words.
It doesn't work with my shot.
I
Yeah,
found what I
mine-
was looking for.
Mine's a little more like sea level, so it's like a half and half bisect, underwater and above water.
Gosh.
Shall I continue?
For me, yeah. I don't know the rest.
As for the next part, I'm going to add another layer.
I used a glass. It didn't work for me.
That's cute.
That's good, man.
But I can't do the same angle as you're doing. But I mean, I could probably place one of them above the water and see what happens then.
Oh, let's experiment and try. Otherwise, you can just redo the steps.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to add, I'm not sure if you can see it or not, the pic that we did in the app called Reflection. For me, it's looking like this. And here I will repeat what I did with the erase tool. Click Auto and get rid of the top one by using the erase.
Die, Carboni.
Then I will have it so it will fit to the one that I just did there. And by doing that, you can placing it and use the transform and flip it. So it was like this. And then I can flip it and click the V flip, vertical flip. So it should really be kind of like this for me. But since parts are on top of the surface, I will just line it up with the parts that's on top of the water. Let's do something like this for me. I will use the erase and line it up. And it doesn't need to be perfect. As you can see by my pick, it's really not. That was the sort of antenna that I by accident erased.
What is that? I think we lost something in your reflection picture.
Did you?
I don't know.
I accidentally erased the, what do you call it? The thing on his head.
Yeah, the dorsal fin.
That was specific.
I mean, that's what the fin on top of a fish is called, a dorsal fin.
I accidentally erased it. So I will be adding it to the pick. And it really doesn't need to be perfect, the reflection. Because when you take a pick with a reflection on it, it will never be a perfect reflection in the real world.
That's right.
So why should it be like this in Pogo? For the next step, I will go to blending, and then I will try all the ones again. And see what kind of matches the water and so on. I always try everyone to see. For me, it is probably this one. I will lower it a bit. And there you go. That is how you do it. And when you really take the time to edit all the small things, it will look a bit better. Like I can show you some that I have been doing. Kind of like this. This is a collab I do with that I did.
Project 911, huh?
Yeah.
Wow,
I've
project
done a
there,
lot.
bro.
Busy man.
Mhm.
Oh,
I have probably never erased one. Okay. So it will look kind of like this. Here I took some time for it. But you get what because I don't want you to see how I did, and it will take like 3 hours. But this is the main steps.
Do you have any tips or any apps for like if you wanted to add like a ripple in the water like around, since like Carvana is breaking the surface, it would be like it wouldn't really be so flat there.
I usually go to Google and Google water like splash and then transparent PNG. And let's go by something that may look good. And when you choose one, don't go for the one that has like these small boxes. You can erase the boxes, but the boxes in the water will be seen. So go with the one with like I have on the top, in the top here.
Mm-hmm.
Because then the background will disappear.
For people who
So-
use Android, there's literally an app called Water Reflection. Water Reflection Photo Effect by Hope Enterprise. And it seems like it does the job. So I ended up with
That would save me some time.
that.
So okay. It won't go by auto, which means we'll have to do it by hand for me. If I just do one click, it will kind of feel
Pixar is great for adding like water effects and stickers like this
is it?
for the Pixar haters.
Mm-hmm.
I have never done it in PixArt.
it's not hate, it's all the advertisement that there's in the app. Drives me
Just
crazy.
ignore that.
It only comes
Yeah,
when
but
you
I
open it.
always end up tapping on it because they appear all over. So yeah.
Maybe some of you can show me how it's done in PixArt.
There's literally the button that says sticker, and then you just type in whatever you're looking for. You can just type in splash.
Okay, let's compare. So something like this. Let's do it on this part first. I will go to blending and I will see what looks good. Just experimenting and see what will work. Go to erase and erase the part that on the fish that I want to erase. And I will merge the bottom layer and duplicate the splashing. I will move it so I can see. Use transform, flip it, transform, make it a little bit bigger like this. Go to erase and use restore. Line it up. Bob, did you use PixArt in your pick? No.
Who, me?
Can you share? If I just click with my finger, the opacity will kind of lower the parts that are white. I will zoom in and use the blending and see. What will look good? Oh, and go back and just looking around to see. I think I'll go with overlay and lower the opacity to 80. And this would be the basic step. Normally, I would add more splash into my pick. Since Piranha is like a Pokemon that by the animation just flies around. So I would add way more water that's coming up from the fish, from the water. But let's do it like this for now. And we can try the Bob way by using PixArt. I have never tried this. So
Do you want me to share screen and show what I did?
sure.
Okay, one sec. So you'll have to stop sharing before I can start sharing. So is literally at the bottom there is something that says sticker. You click sticker, search for whatever you want. So let's say you want to look for a water splash, pick the one that you prefer. So let's say I'm going to go with this one. And then you can zoom in, click blend, pick the one that you prefer. I'm going to go with screen, place it just where you want it to connect with the water. And there you go. So it avoids the cutting.
Hmm.
And then the ripple effect is done using this water reflection app. So literally just click gallery, choose your picture. So this was the picture that I used. Obviously there's no reflection at the bottom. I click the button that says free, so then I can shape it however I want it. So stretch it out, so it's just going to reflect everything beneath the Vaporeon's legs. Click next, and then, so as you can see, I kind of didn't do it. I didn't do it accurately enough because there's a gap between like the legs and the water. So just go back.
I've never noticed how like flatly square Vaporeon's face is from the side.
Your way of doing this is way better than mine. This will save me some time.
I think
Thank
it
you.
depends on what device you're using. So there you go. And then you save that photo. And it actually has got, so I don't know if you can tell on the screen right now, but it gives you the choice of saving it as a GIF because it's moving right now as well. So it's for those who use the live photo hashtag, this could work. But otherwise, when you save it, it gives you the option of saving it as one or the other. So let's say you've saved it and you've got it, but then it looks something like this, but you don't want all of it. So I just cropped out the bottom so that it looks like that instead. And then I open that in PixArt and then just add the splash.
Yeah, there's an app. I don't know if it's for both. It's called Mirror Labs, and it'll do the same. It does that same automatic flip and reflection. I was huge. I was huge in Japan. So was that
But
the picture you actually did?
in PixArt, you can't duplicate layers, right?
You can.
I don't think so.
So I mean, right now, actually, you can hold on one sec. Let me share again. Share screen. So this layer of my splash, I'll zoom in a bit.
Yeah.
Let's say I just wanted it on that leg there.
Yeah.
And then at the top, there's that button. It's
Which one?
One on the left.
The left.
At the top, and then you've just got duplicate, and then you can put it on each of the legs if you wanted.
Oh yeah, you can duplicate anything that you add with PixArt, but you couldn't duplicate like the Vaporeon, I don't think, because it's just a picture you've opened with PixArt.
I mean, if I add it as a photo, so I've just clicked add photo. If I add that in,
Oh yeah, I guess you could do it that way.
I can duplicate it as much as I want. But yeah, I mean, I think I know not everyone's a fan of PixArt, but I don't use PixArt for cutting Pokemon out. I cut them out using an app called Photo Layers because I do all my editing on my Android phone. But when it comes to effects, PixArt's definitely my favorite.
Well, since you already got yours up, do you want to go back? Do you want to show you the man type? Well, now you don't know that. Ruined everything.
I'm also ready to share if
All right, Caleb, share your mad creation.
you give me a sec.
That's not the definition of ready. Is Caleb. You said you were ready.
Just clicking like share screen, you know? Share content. Microphone off, yes. Start broadcast. Okay. So I did it the way Bejemannen was saying. So my first photo,
Oh, nice.
yeah, so my first photo was this one. We should probably see it like in photos, right? Because that's better. Yeah, so this was my first photo. I edited it in like completely underwater. And of course, like Feligator doesn't go completely horizontal like that. So if you notice, I like made another layer for the little, what's it called, feet, you know? And I like
Ah.
weirdly edited in. So it looks more like it's swimming
Ah.
instead of standing.
Oh.
And I blended it a little more because like its foot should be like deeper, right? So that's my first one. And then the second one, I did this, right? Yeah. So this was like half and half. Then I added the reflection. And then I added the ripples in PixArt. So it would look like it's, you know, like when you're like in the water, it looks like little ripples all around you. So I basically copy pasted the same ripple all around, but like with little thingies. So this is like the first time I'm doing it. So I really found this helpful. I liked how you could do like half and half because I wasn't sure if you could do that. And I think that gives us a lot of space to like do different stuff and get creative. So yeah.
How did you get the bottom half of the Pokemon to be slightly transparent? Is it two layers, or I think that's the button that I missed.
Okay, give me a second. So this one.
Yeah, how do you get it half is exactly as is and half is slightly transparent?
Yeah, so Bejemannen was saying how in Photofox you like have your normal. Here, I'll show it to you. Yeah, so this is it, right? So basically I had one layer and I duplicated it. So it made like the second layer. And then from this layer, I deleted the part that I wanted underwater, you see?
Got it. Okay, got it. Yeah, so you got rid of the bottom part of the body and then made the other one transparent.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So anybody else wants to share? Like I can, there we go.
I am not really done, but I can share my progress so far. And it will kind of look like this.
You look so distraught.
Why doesn't it? I'm trying to.
What's it saying?
Show you. It says screen recording and Zoom. And
no, you don't want to record. You want to share.
God damn it.
The classical record.
I want to share.
Ash, teach him the record tricks.
Just share.
Yeah. Share and then you screen, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just like you've been doing the whole time.
And I've been doing
I mean, I can't read that. That's not in my.
Yeah, then click start broadcasting. Yeah. Does it say
Zoom
that?
or start.
Start broadcasting. There we go.
Perfect. Okay. PixArt was. I'm loving this new way of adding splashing.
It looks
It will,
very vigorous.
this will save me some time. So I added splashes right now, but it will kind of look like this. But I will fix the splashes will look a bit better when I'm completely done. And I will go to Snapseed. I always fix my post in Snapseed afterwards. Do you guys do that before you start to edit or after as the final step?
After,
Yeah, after, mostly.
especially if I'm working with multiple pictures, because if you don't set them the same exact way, it's even more noticeable that it's not from the same spot.
Snapseed's like that finishing touch, isn't it? It's that little bit of salt on top.
Yeah.
I mean, does it do that much more? I was under the assumption that you could do everything you can in Snapseed right in Photofox.
I do everything on Snapseed. Like I don't almost never do anything else unless I have to erase, you know, with the stamp bottom in Photoshop Fix, the one to erase things. That's the only thing I do outside of it.
I want to get some practice in Lightroom because I really like the color thing.
I like to do Snapseed first and then finalize in Lightroom.
Same.
Yeah, but you still do the Snapseed part after the editing, like any major edits like this.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do Snapseed, Lightroom, and then try to like do the half in water.
No.
Exactly. You're supposed to, like with the final edit, you're supposed to erase or cover the major edits, like with the filter or with the shadows, whatever. So it doesn't make sense to do it first.
I usually do like almost every one of these and just a little bit touch. Like if I go with HDR, if I go with it, then I just lower it like to the point where it's almost useless.
Where you're not using it anymore.
Yeah, no, I do the same, yeah.
I like using the glows. The glows are nice.
My HDR is minimum 25, always.
I never get to that point with any picture.
It's living on the edge.
Well, my default HDR is
Sometimes you see people that are using Snapseed, and you can tell that they overdo some of the tools. Like if they like, let's say, grunge,
Yeah.
they just like overdo it, so it kind of messes up the picture.
I mean,
It's a style.
they have their functions. They have their.
Yeah.
You're going for like a comic book look or like an old timey picture.
Sure.
All right, we want to share the rest of them up here.
Yeah. So this is how far I will probably get with this one.
That Goldie looks like it's about to be pissed.
We will be eating for lunch.
Well, that's not very nice. All right, Steve, you want to show what you got?
Me?
No,
Yeah.
the other Steve.
Oh yeah, I should stop.
I went a little bit rogue, and I did fully underwater.
Oh no. Oh no.
So I started off with two Sharpedos, and I put
Wow.
underwater.
Nice.
I'm scared.
That's amazing.
I ended up with this.
Wow. I love it.
Yeah.
So boss, man.
So I didn't use all of the techniques that.
Oh, you know what would be cool? If you could add like, you know, the top dorsal fin,
Yeah.
as Hex says, you know, the top dorsal fin of the left shark.
Yeah.
So if that fin was like ripping through the surface of the water, that'd be epic.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I was about to say, but I don't know how would you edit it from
I don't
underwater
know.
to look out of water?
I think
Like adding some white or something with like
Just deleting it and
yeah.
letting your imagination do the rest.
Yeah, you'd have to. Yeah, it'd have to be like gone.
I think you just like add some, like I said, some white froth and some bubbles, and then you just the imagination.
Yeah.
does the rest of it.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
you could like
I would
clone
add
that part
more
out.
bubbles around the hands.
Yeah. Oh, I did try doing that when you guys were all in Pixar, adding stickers and stuff. I tried adding some bubbles, but I know it didn't quite fit. So I'd have to find something different. But yeah, no, I did think that bubbles, just like almost like breath, like he's exasperating, trying to get to the top of the water, whoever this person is. I just couldn't
That's
find
not
the.
you.
Oh no, the illusion is broken. But yeah, that's what I got for you.
I really liked it. That was awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Tuula
I agree.
or Elena or Ash.
Women first.
Such a gentleman.
Okay, I can show you what I have then.
Yep.
Ash making us look bad.
Okay.
Every time I look up, I
What?
still think like my computer's broke. I'm like, what language is this? Not mine.
It's going slow, but it's going.
Hey, it's me. Ooh,
Oh, I
Is
like
it?
it.
I see it.
Nice.
Okay.
The shiny flex.
I just chose the shiny because it was blue and it goes with the picture. So in this corner is where it's going really slow. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize on stage.
Now,
Never do.
so there's the cloister that's totally under the water, and here I tried with the other ones.
I like the closed ones.
Yep.
Yeah, so cool.
And those ones are like half and half. In the one in the back, I didn't put the animation because I don't know, it's so far, and when it's zoomed out, no one will see it anyways. And in the front one, I put the PNG file with a splash, and it looks really bad because it's, I don't know, the water there is turquoise or aquamarine, and the other water is not the same. And it's driving me crazy, but
You can save the PNG into Lightroom first.
yeah, of course, but yeah.
Or you can do it in Pixar and do everything in one app.
Yeah.
But
No, change the hue in a different app.
I'm going to do the PixArt from now on.
So yeah, it looks bad, but that's just a matter of fixing it.
Story,
And what I wanted to show, no, okay, then nothing, because this is going so slow.
So I was supposed to teach you guys how to do things.
Oh, you did.
did.
You
You
definitely
did.
did.
Yeah, but I think I've learned more than you.
It's a joint effort, you know. But
Exactly.
you definitely taught us the most important thing. I think
Don't be
it's
scared
great.
of the Pixar
I love it.
stickers. Resist.
I'm gonna be using the ripple effect so much more now. Right now,
Ripples
like
everywhere.
whenever I've made water pictures before, all I've done is like blur the part of the Pokemon that's entering the water. But having the ripple looks 10 times better than having just like a faded reflection.
You want to share?
It's go ahead.
Who?
Who? Me? You?
What? No, what?
I can't.
Yeah, I share, I share.
Technical. Tease.
What? Wait a second.
Leriva there.
Yeah, I mean, I 100% expected just to be
Okay.
like underwater. So.
So yeah, I was working on Android and I was actually using Snapseed and Neural Lab for all the stuff you did in Photofox. That's the basic picture.
Whatever works for you.
And then I added this one. Tried to make it look like it's entering the water. And then I tried to add another one. I think you barely can see it,
I see the reflection.
It's
but
Yeah.
there's another Omanite in
yeah,
underwater,
skull.
and the reflection of Kabutops, and yeah, that's it.
It's cool.
Yeah, you may
Just
have
some
to,
fossils.
Nice.
may have to
It's like from the
make it a
jungle.
little darker. I can't. If you hadn't zoomed in on it, I don't think I would have ever noticed the Ammonite, the second one.
Yeah, that's just for fun.
I like stuff like that.
That's really good.
Meaning you can just like, oh my god, there's another one.
It's one of those how many Ammonites are in this picture post, and everyone's like
Exactly.
trying to zoom in on their phone at home. Like, there's got to be more than one. She wouldn't troll us like this, would she? Would she?
Hey, but that's likely to cause more comments if you do put a question like that.
No, people never do that. I tried.
Sometimes, gotta go with it.
Yeah, so that was my
All right. Since Ash is being so nice, I'll just cut him.
Oh,
Oh,
oh.
let's see, another Snapseeder because we don't have the option. I made this turtle.
But you
underwater.
must.
What?
Perfect.
I know. It's roughly the same steps. It's just a little different using Snapseed. It's more. I mean, I guess you could. You don't have to do the double layer. You don't have to do double Pokemon and then like erase half of one. You can just do it all at once by just editing the double exposure. So I just, as you can see, half of the double exposure is at 100% and the other half is at 25%. So the part that's at 100% is full occupancy and you can see the whole thing. And then the part that's at 25% is underwater. So there's only one layer on the picture. But other than that, it's the same steps. You just don't do one at a time. And yeah.
I'm super interested in that. Like, I know a lot of Android users get a lot of, like, you use a lot of features on Snapseed that I would normally wouldn't use on Snapseed. So that's super interesting.
Yeah, I mean the technique's pretty much the same as what we went over in my video for reflections. It's just using two different word that starts with an O that we've been saying this whole time that now I can't remember. Instead of everything at 100% or everything at 25% to make it look like a reflection or like to make it look at like underwater, you just make part of it 100 and part of it 25 or 50 or whatever, however light you want. And then it saves you from having to make the duplicate layer and editing two Pokemon. But two streets to the same destination.
Okay, I'll just announce myself. I'm not very happy with it, but it was my start. The reflection app did something weird, so I could not
Yeah.
use.
That happened to me, but I had to screenshot it.
I don't know what happened, but this go away. Then I'm not sure about this. It's okay, but so I tried to add some of the splashes and add another Pokemon. So
Whale party.
yeah, I think this one is better than this.
Looks more realistic, yeah, for
Yeah.
some reason.
Where'd the rest of his
I don't know.
body go, though?
It was from a picture where I just got one wing, so
Uh-huh.
you have to think it's underwater. So
I think it looks better if the Wylord, the part that is underwater, is a lot less visible. So
Yeah.
just that would help a lot.
yeah. So in the end, I made it in black and white. I think it's the best solution for stuff like this.
If it looks terrible,
black and white, you know.
bad guys,
Just do black and white, you know.
keep throwing filters on it. It'll look
Solves everything. Solves everything.
Yeah.
Nothing helps.
And
Make
don't
it
forget
black
the
and white.
texture to blur everything.
Yep.
You got texture, you see nothing. Okay. That's a good.
I love the
that's a good
part
Yeah.
one wing is missing.
It's a 1950s AR shot or something, you know.
I like it that you use like a little splash and just blew it up to Whalmer size. So it's just like,
Yeah, I'm not sure about the splashes, but I think in the end, black and white is the best solution. So.
If I were to do splashes on Waylord, I would do so much more.
Yeah.
I
Shrink
try
it.
search like waves instead of
Yeah.
splashes.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
Could be
just
cool.
like duplicate them and just repeat little ones, like Bejemannen said, you know.
I love it, Ash.
Cool.
I
Thank
love Whalmer.
It looks good. We're not gonna say no.
No,
All right, is that all?
We still have King, I think, no?
Oh no, oh yeah, Keith, well, you showed us the Vaporeon, but you were working on some Mantites too, weren't you?
Oh, that I don't think that one was worth showing. I think I just kept I literally just kept a Mantike in the water. Oh, I can't
That's
show
Oh,
you.
you can see it.
You can't do that.
1 sec. But now this one wasn't worth showing. The Vaporeon was, but this was literally just a Mantike in the glass. That was it.
Nice.
Tried to play with the
It's
top one. I thought
Yeah.
maybe I could have like half of it in the water. Then I gave up. I moved to Vaporeon on my phone instead.
well, you can keep working on it. I think the Mantike one. I like Mantike. Obviously, I just posted a Mantike picture. I liked it. So I saw it. It was cute. All right then. Well, any other closing comments, remarks, questions to or from Benji down there? Benji. There's no N. There's no N, Ryan.
Benjamin.
yeah, mom.
Renaming everyone's account. Everyone
Take
get,
your time when you
get new
edit.
names.
Don't stress. Don't stress when you edit. Take your time.
Definitely.
Okay.
If you're not happy with it, redo.
I think the surprise.
Or throw a filter on it and just make it black and white.
Yeah, make it black and white.
Start
helps.
over or just
Helps.
filters it.
Next time, School of AR, Ash shows us black and white filters.
Yeah. Show us how to use your Instagram filters.
Super hard.
All right. Well, I enjoyed it. Want to thank you again for the class, even though you don't think you taught us anything. I think you showed a great bit, and it's not an easy skill. Layer work is by far what I consider like the top tier in what especially what you can do with just phone editing and not going into like PC Photoshop editing. just layer edits are probably and messing with colors and lighting is probably the hardest and most realistic things we can add to our pictures. So it's definitely a good skill to have. And like you said, practice and patience makes perfect. So don't expect every picture to come out perfect after a 40-minute tutorial on your first try. Just go take another picture and try another one. There's probably like 280 some water type Pokemon that you can practice on. So
Yeah.
that's all I got to say. Thank you guys, and thank all the panelists for joining me, and
Thank you.
thank everyone at home or at the con today watching. And yeah, we'll see you all real soon, and we'll figure out something else to ramble on about for 40 minutes and not screw up. Sound good?
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yep.
Thank you, Bejemannen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.